destruction. You know? And forget about those other churches. They talk about the Lord all the time, but they don't talk about the Lord coming back with destruction. They don't bring that out. Because a lot of them, they don't know. You know? Go ahead, brother. And plus, that's not popular. See, they're looking for popularity in their so-called church so they can generate that money. So you start talking about the Lord coming back with destruction. That's not popular. People don't want to hear that. Go ahead, brother.
Even for salvation with thine anointed, thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked, by discovering the foundation unto the neck, Selah. Thou didst strike through with his staves the head of his villages. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly.
Did you get to the part with the bright beams? I'm sorry, horns out of his hand. Did you get to that part?
So skip to it?
Yeah. Because that's when it goes into how the Lord is coming back. Somebody look up text that word horns. It should be in Habakkuk 3rd chapter. I think 3 and 19. What verse are you in anyway?
That's verse 15.
Okay, jump down to about the 18, 19 verse.
Okay. This is verse 18. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the power of my salvation. The Lord my power is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon my high places, to the chief singer on my stringed instruments.
Go to Habakkuk 3 and 3.
Like I was saying, man, Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna raise up the Israelites, the elect of Israel, as that exceedingly great army, man. Who was the people on his son, but the elect. Starting off with 144,000 men, 12,000 out of each tribe. Like I kept saying to y'all shortly ago, Superman, which the word Superman, like I said, Superman's name was Kal-El, which that's Hebrew, man. Means all powerful. So, like I said to you, man, when the white man got that, he got that from the scriptures, man. You had a God send his son to earth to save the people of earth, an all-powerful being, and his name was Kal-El. And so really, the scripture he read, it was talking about when the Lord raised up Israel, Superman was supposed to really be Yahushua. That's why every time you had an Edomite play Superman, the Most High, something bad happened to him, man. Because that's blasphemy. That's blasphemy. But think about it, man. Yahushua is the Superman that's going to come back and save the world of Israel. But then at the same time, the Most High going to raise up an army of 144,000 Supermen. Can you imagine that? When that time comes,
all Israelite men are going to be Supermen.
That's right. And the kingdom.
All of them.
That's right. Yep. Starting off with the elect.
Yeah, starting with the elect. Yep.
Yep, starting with the elect, because the 2/3 are going to die. They're going to be eviscerated. Okay?
Yeah, Yahushua, then the 12.
Yeah.
Hey, the 12, they're going to be like, I think it says that in Zechariah, they're going to be like God.
That's right.
Yeah.
But then
David's going to be like God.
Yeah. Which the 12 apostles, that's the house of David right there. That, as a matter of fact, the 12 apostles among the 12 is David himself.
Yeah, David himself is among the 12.
Right, which was that was Peter in the reincarnation. Which we know the scriptures teach about reincarnation.
Hey, now pursuant to what Apostle Tahar said, the rest of Israel are going to come back through the elect. So when that happens, when the kingdom is established at that point, what kingdom? Our kingdom, the kingdom of Israel. The kingdom of Yahweh, Yahushua, right? Those children that are going to be being born once we in power are going to be the rest of Israel coming back.
Yeah, like the Michael Brown thing. We didn't get all upset about it, man. What's the guy in Baltimore? Freddie Gray, all these different guys dying, man. They're coming back any damn way. And then when they come back, they're going to get their revenge on Esau anyway. They're coming back in their right mind.
Coming back righteous. Yeah.
You got a precept?
Yeah, bring it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be seen. I'm sorry. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance.
Yeah, that's talking about the so-called white man. Like, a good example of his nakedness being seen is the internet. All that information is coming out on this devil. How he the Illuminati.
He's bringing it out on himself, man.
He's bringing it out. Yeah, well, that's in the book of Psalms, the 64th chapter. You can hold that. So that's an example of thy nakedness shall be seen. You know? In other words, the scandals that's coming out. Okay?
And then you got Edomites, you got like guys like Alex Jones and Gerald Celente and the guy from AMTV, Christopher Green, which they're insiders, but they're bringing out the truth about the elite. They're showing you that there's an opposing side.
That's right.
You know, like right now, out there in Europe, I believe even Austria, I believe they're having a Bilderberg meeting, and basically Alex Jones got his people out there trying to infiltrate it, man. You know, because he got the money, the people help him with money, so he's got money to give them guys money to go to Europe, man.
Yeah.
Pay for their hotels and all that, you know?
Yeah, a good example, brothers, is the so-called money system. You know, it's on the internet how this money is created out of nothing. Every day people are waking up to it. You know, the creation of it going back to Jekyll Island, 1910, when they got in secret and they created the Federal Reserve and all of that.
And that's also in the scriptures, which is
that's right.
James the 5th chapter.
So
It
that's
tells you that. Fraud.
Yep.
It's all based upon fraud.
Based upon fraud. Oh, there you go. There you go. Here's, you know, brother got the illustration right here. So that's an example of his nakedness being seen. All right? Go ahead, brother.
It says, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Yeah, that's Yahweh Shai speaking. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shai speaking. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. What does that mean? That means he's coming back as a force, which alludes us back to the chariots with the laser beams and the different maneuvers. Those chariots are going to be spectacular. You're going to know that that's a power from beyond this world. Put it that way. The things that they're going to do. All right? Far beyond this world. Okay? As a matter of fact, bring it out. The prophets, every time they saw the chariots, they describe it as being dreadful. Terrible, a terrible sight. Another thing they call it was St. Elmo's fire, meaning the chariots were so bright. I mean, how the hell do you think when we left Egypt, how the hell do you think we went through the desert? There were chariots that lit up the desert for us to walk through the desert.
That's right.
There were no halogen lights back then. It was chariots, man.
Edison didn't create those street lamps.
Yeah, man. There were no street lamps on the desert way.
The desert is pitch black at night.
Pitch black was
Pitch
dark.
black.
So in the daytime, it was a gigantic UFO that they called was a cloud. And at night, it was a pillar of fire.
Corinthians 10.
Meaning there was a light that went on.
That's right.
It was a gigantic light that the children of Israel followed that light. So that was a so-called UFO.
That's right.
You know?
And do you know that was Yahweh Shai? The angel of death was Yahweh Shai, and that chariot that led them was Yahweh Shai.
And that's the Grim Reaper.
That's the Grim Reaper. That's another title for the Lord.
That's why I use the term Grim Reaper. It's talking about Yahweh Shai. He's the Grim Reaper.
That's right. Hey man, Yahweh Shai gonna make. Not only is he gonna reveal himself what he truly looked like, you're gonna get his respect. You're gonna get his respect. Go ahead, brother. 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, starting at the first verse.
First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
That sea is talking about the Red Sea. All right? Go ahead.
And were all baptized.
I'm sorry, y'all. Could you get a map real quick? Now, he said the Red Sea, right? In general, Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, according to Royale with cheese. Brother, it's upside down, huh? It's upside down. This right here is a Red Sea, right? Now the scriptures tell you that we went to the Red Sea. Do you know how long that thing is?
Yeah.
You have what's over here. That's why when you get into this book, you got to know geography too. You got the Gulf. You got a Gulf of Suez, and the Gulf of Aqaba. Then you got the wilderness of Zin. Okay, and then you got Jerusalem up here. We was over here in Goshen. So you ask a guy that set up a camp, like, go into the details of that. They don't go into the details, man. We was up here in Goshen, right? All the plagues hit these so-called Egyptians, and we went to the Gulf of Suez, and we was right up in here in the wilderness, man. And it was dark, it was pitch black out there at night, man.
They didn't have lights like you got here.
Pitch black. Pitch black.
Yeah, so the next question you should be asking yourself is how were they able to walk through the desert?
Yeah.
The chariot.
That's right.
The chariot had the light, and the chariot shone the light, and they were able to walk through using the light.
Got a quick precept?
Yep, bring it up.
Exodus 40 and 34. Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation.
Now you notice, right? That's the word cloud is the same word in 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter.
Ask him again.
All right. Now, in the book of Psalms, 104 and 3, it says, "Who maketh the clouds his chariot." So sometimes when you read the word cloud in the Bible, it's talking about a chariot, which looks like a cloud. Okay? Go ahead.
And the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle, and Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journeys. But if the cloud were not taken up, then they journeyed not till the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by day, and fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys.
And that was their guiding light, if you will, which guided them. Now, spiritually, we got that light, which is the scriptures, the understanding of this word, and it's only going to guide the elect. All right? Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
I had a quick precept.
Yep, bring it up.
It's Isaiah chapter 4, verse 5. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies, a cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night.
Yeah, because you had to. Yeah, brothers got it on the phone.
That's it.
You had to. You also had to have.
You look like him. Yeah, look like him. Yeah.
Because it makes sense. Because in the daytime, you also had to have something to guide you. That was that cloud. You had to have something to guide you through the desert. All right. And at the nighttime, you needed that light to guide you.
Yeah, because in the desert, you don't know where the hell to go. Just like now, if you go out into the woods, if you don't know the area, you're not going to know where the hell you're going. You need something to guide you.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, guess what? We're in the desert right now. We need that light. We need that light to guide us. That's the light right there. These people are in the desert, man. They were driving through, what was it? We were driving through
I wasn't lying.
Harlem, and them people, look, you can see them people are like dead, man. We're getting ready for that parade tomorrow, that so-called Puerto Rican Day parade. You can see those people are gone, man. Yeah, all the time made us say, look, get us the hell out of here. Hey, because you could see that.
You know, we was up on 116, man, with all them Ephraimites, man.
Yeah.
And one guy was riding a bike with a broken leg and a cane, man. You know?
Yeah, man. Hey, but that's the desert, man. The people are in the desert. Go ahead, bro.
For upon all the glory shall be a defense.
Yep.
I got look.
Yep. Bring it out.
This is Isaiah 31 and 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Read it again. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem.
Now, you ever seen birds migrate down south? You ever seen the formation that they take?
Yeah.
Right, now, you usually have one bird leading the flock. It looks like they're in an arrow, so to speak. Yeah, that's how the Lord is coming back. You're going to have the one main chariot in the front. V formation, right. You're going to have that one main chariot in the front and